Yo, what's good, everybody? Hope everybody doing good today, man. Welcome back to my channel. My name is NSG Chris. I always got something to say, man. No matter it's about gaming, but our videos, just crazy things happen in the world. Today we got Stephen A. addresses courtside confrontation with LeBron James at the Lakers-Knicks game. And you know it's gonna be on first take. Before we get this video started, y'all comment down below. Um, if y'all know anything about the confrontation or what LeBron James said. Appreciate y'all. Let's get into it.
Welcome into First Take on this Feel Good Friday. Thank you for being with us. Obviously, Stephen A., an incredible game last night in L.A. You were in the building, and we'll get to what that means for the Lakers and Knicks in just a moment. But, S.A., there was a moment in the game that we want to address.
Like, then looking at him, trying to look so cool.
That was
walking
LeBron
away,
James
like,
coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about
security turning
making
around.
sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation.
Yeah.
But then I wake up and
Bro, this is
everybody
so
from
crazy to me, bro.
ESPN and my agent and everybody else were sending me that this thing had gone viral. And
Yeah.
so ultimately it was unavoidable, and that is why I have to discuss it now.
Bro, I ain't see this.
That wasn't a basketball player.
I don't know if that was yesterday or today. I
confronting
don't
me.
remember.
That was a parent. That was a father. And I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard.
I could.
By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son.
For sure.
And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say.
Bro, but I don't understand what
And
y'all comment down below what Stephen A. said about Bronny. Because, like, I don't watch First Take religiously, but I know I watch First Take every now and then. I didn't hear him say anything, not anything bad that will warrant that type of reaction from LeBron about Bronny. So y'all let me know if I'm tripping.
to me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number.
Bro, I just feel like doing it on the stage like that. I don't
LeBron
feel like
James
that was...
knows how to get in contact
Like, you
with me
coulda
if he
called,
wanted
bro.
to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call.
The suit tough,
Had he
though.
wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I
piece
would
is
have had a
tough.
conversation man to man. But that is not what he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside. Ari Emanuel, the head of William Morris Endeavor, one of the agencies that represents me, along with Larry David, was sitting courtside. I was with them for the game. And he walked right up to me and he said what he had to say. And apparently he feels like I was slighting his son. Now let me tell you what I feel.
Okay.
What I would have said if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment in that setting. But if we had had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you, meaning you, LeBron James. I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James. I wish him nothing but the best. I hope that he flourishes into an NBA star. Usually in other sports, we see all-stars, and on occasion, we'll see their children become stars as well. That doesn't really happen with the NBA. I sincerely hope he's the exception. By all accounts, he's a wonderful kid. And I don't know anybody who roots against him, and it certainly isn't me. But in the same breath, at the time that we were talking about him,
Yeah.
he was percolating to such a degree that the Bronny James stories had gone viral. And so we had to talk about it.
Bro, I don't feel like bro should have
And
to
when I
explain
said the
himself.
things
I'm just
that I
being honest,
said,
bro.
I wasn't talking about Bronny James because my attitude is he's a rookie. It's going to take some time for him to get himself together. he'll be just fine, especially with J.J. Redick and the staff coaching him.
Yeah, yeah.
I was talking about the position that he was put in by his dad. Because LeBron James has been on the record, and he has said, and I'll read the quote.
He want to play with his son.
There was a quote that he gave in February of 2024. The work and results will ultimately do talking, no matter what the size. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what mock drafts say. He just works, earned, not given, etc., etc. But he also had said that his son could play on the Lakers right now, and he was better than half the dudes in the NBA.
I ain't gonna
In the
lie, he
aftermath
did
of
say
all
that.
of
That's
he instructed
crazy.
everybody before the draft that
I
y'all want
forgot.
me to draft Bronny. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be. I'll do whatever it takes to play with my son for a year. It's not about the money.
That's crazy. LeBron did say that, bro. Bro, LeBron definitely did say that, bro. Last season, I remember that. He put me up on game. LeBron did say Bronny can play in the NBA right now, and he believes that he's better than half of the NBA. I don't even know how many points Bronny averaging, but that's not. His words aren't going well. You know, you're going to speak highly of your son, but it's like sometimes, bro, like, come on. Like, I feel like that's kind of a shot at these other grown men that's in the NBA that have worked their butt off to get their family out of where their family was, worked their butt off to pursue their dreams and become that half that he says Bronny would have been better than a year before what Bronny is now. And what Bronny is now is a G League player. So, like I said, I feel like that's a shot at the people that worked their butt off to get to the half that LeBron was talking about, you know? But that's just me. You know, y'all comment down below if y'all disagree or agree with what I say. And, you know, we just have a friendly debate, man.
My point months ago was that because of who you are, one of the top 2 players in the history of basketball, in my estimation, there's an immense amount of pressure that comes with that for his son. And when he talked like that and what have you, anything that goes awry as it pertains to his
Like,
son,
he added fire to what was already going to be what it was. You're one of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball. It doesn't matter what your kids do. Sadly, but it's true, people are going to expect them to be the greatest in whatever, or at least one of the best. But to add on to that, you also said that he can play in the NBA last year. He's not even really playing in the NBA this year, and he got drafted. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I feel like LeBron had added more fire to what was already going on. That I feel like this probably this is worse than the Lonzo situation. Lonzo did not have a good rookie season, but Lonzo was way better than Bronny as a rookie. And I know people are gonna feel some type of way, but I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. LeVar put a lot of pressure on his sons, a lot. But Lonzo is, as bad as Lonzo was a way better. Lonzo was a way better rookie than Bronny, and that's not even up for debate at all. I think Bronny is averaging like 2 points, 0.3 points. Lonzo was averaging like 15 his rookie season. You know what I mean? So it's just for you to put that much pressure on your son. And what Lonzo's was his dad was talking crazy. So people coming at him in the game. I know y'all remember Patrick Beverly going at him. Just all these people coming out there because of what his dad said. But his dad was not a Hall of Famer. Bronny's dad is. So that probably makes it twice as bad. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I don't know. In my opinion, you want me to give my opinion, bro? Because I don't want to say nothing and then I end up blowing up and meeting these people that I said something about and they try to go back and say, which I'm going to say like it is what it is. That's what I said. Like I'm not going to go back. But LeBron, I'll be honest with you, bro. I feel like this is petty. I'm not going to lie to you. You confronted a guy that his job was that's literally his job, to talk. Journalism. Be on TV. Be in front of cameras. That's literally his job. There is no exception. Everybody else in the league, they talk about. I remember the thing happened with John Morant. Great player. Was doing real good. Now he posted up with the gun. Now he doing this. Now he doing that. First thing was talking about him. Ain't none of y'all take up for him. I didn't see LeBron say something good. I didn't see LeBron say, oh, well, maybe none of y'all made excuses for him. But now since it's your son, now he can't be talked about? I don't understand that. Once, in my opinion, once Bronny got drafted, all that him not being talked about is out the window. You should be turning into a grown man. Dad, I can speak for myself. Or some things you can't control that your parents do. So I'm not even going to say that about Bronny. But in my opinion, LeBron, like, I feel like you're going to be a father at the end of the day. But at the same time, Bronny is playing the same sport that you're playing at the same level that you are playing now. There is nobody is an exception. That's how I feel. You don't think these other young stars parents or just young guys in the league parents that's trying to go get it, you don't think their parents sometimes have something wrong with what these people on TV say? But at the same time, they have to come to understand, LeBron, this is their job. Now, I see if Stephen A came out of nowhere and was like, his son trash, he never going to be anything, or he's a loser. Like, okay, now you're doing too much. But there should never be an issue with a journalist giving his actual opinion on something of what he think. There should never be an issue unless it becomes disrespectful. There should never be an issue. It doesn't matter how good we are as friends. If I'm a journalist and one of you guys that are my friends that may be watching this video or are watching this video, if y'all become big, I have to give an honest opinion on what I feel. I still love you at the end of the day, but I have to give an honest opinion about how I feel on that subject that they're asking me to speak about. And that's just how I feel about this situation, bro. It's crazy.
To be a microscopic eye, even more intensified on Bronny James because of his dad. And that's when I was talking about, come on, man, this is the situation that you're putting him in.
This is what I'm saying.
That's where I was coming from. I could be a bit more outspoken about it, but to be quite honest with you, to be in that moment, to have LeBron look at me the way that he did, for me to be a father of two daughters, for me to know what fathers, how much love fathers have for their children, and to hear what he had to say, it was all about his son. It was almost as if he was saying, you know, you and I, because he and I don't necessarily vibe, it's high and by, we keep it moving. Neither of us lose sleep over it, and it's been that way for years. But it was like he was saying, keep that between me and you. Almost as if he was thinking that anything that I said about Bronny was a result of him. And in that situation, again, I wasn't talking about Bronny. I was really, really talking about him because of the position that Bronny was in. But I really understood where he was coming from. He was very, very upset. I could tell. He could have called me. I'd have came to see him.
So I'm saying, like,
I'd have had a conversation with him. He could have been just as upset face to face.
but you want to do it
being courtside
with the cameras all around and all that. Like, I don't
everybody
understand
saw
that,
it
bro.
until I woke up this morning. But it is what it is. In the end, like I said, you know, I as a father, I get it. I'm not offended. I'm not insulted. I don't have any animosity or animus towards LeBron James for this. Nothing like that. I don't think he cares, but neither do I. I'm just stating fact. None of that exists. If I was in his position, I can't definitively say I would not have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming him one bit. I get it. I understand it. And there's a part of me that aches and hurts because of it. But unlike a whole bunch of people with their podcast and beyond that talk about the NBA, I covered the NBA. And it's my job to talk about the subjects and the subject matters that matter. I work for ESPN.
Yeah.
I'm here. We have the #1 morning show for the last 13 years and counting. God has blessed us with that. There's a lot that's going on, and there's a lot of stories that are there to be told. Yeah. And I just feel it's necessary to remind people, Molly, I was raised as a journalist. Let's be very, very clear about what that means. I'm not one of those that get into people's private affairs. But what you do on a public platform for public consumption,
yeah,
that's what I cover. That's what I do for a living. And If you're in the NBA,
Bruh just got 5 years, $100 million, bro. Do you know how much money that is? Do you know how much money that is? I'm trying to get 5 years, 200 mil. I'm not gonna lie to you. He just got 5 years, 100 million, bro. That is an NBA contract. That is a how do I explain? That's a player's contract. And you know we like to talk about NBA money, athlete money. You know, you got the streamer money and stuff. But these dudes, I mean, he's an anomaly. I can honestly say that. Like, you know, just being honest. Him, Shannon, you know, others. But they're starting to get bags, bro. Bags, bro. 5 years, 100 million is crazy.
that applies to you. I don't want enemies. I live a very good life. I like to make people laugh and smile and have a good time and all of that other stuff. But I also get paid to call it like I see it. And what I said at the time, I stand by what I said. It wasn't even any reporting. The facts were out there. And what I was saying about LeBron is fact-based because of what he said and the things that he said leading up to his son getting drafted and ultimately being in the NBA on the same team as him, as opposed to being a Boston Celtic or a Golden State Warrior. Mm-hmm. There is no way around that. And when you are born and raised as a journalist, not born and raised, but when you're raised as a journalist professionally, you don't want enemies, but you ain't paid to make friends. Mm-hmm. You got to call it like you see it. And that's what I did. So again, in closing, I just want to say, I'm not upset. I don't care. I wish that it wasn't in that kind of atmosphere. I wish it was in a private setting.
Yep.
I don't blame LeBron James for being upset. I don't blame him for being angry. I don't blame him.
I feel like LeBron knew what he was doing, though, bro.
Because that wasn't a superstar basketball player that could front me. He played like one again last night, which just reminds you of his focus and his greatness.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a basketball player that approached me last night.
Let's get
that was a daddy.
What happened on the court. And Stephen A., I appreciate you putting yourself in his shoes, and I'm glad that LeBron got to address what's on his heart as well.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all watching. Y'all comment down below what y'all think about this subject. Just anything y'all think about the subject. Like I said in the video, me personally, I don't agree with what LeBron did. I don't agree in the setting that LeBron did it in. As you can see, Stephen A. Smith said his agent and somebody else. I forgot the name of the other person he named. But on top of that, LeBron does as well. They all three of them have his number. You could have called him. He said he would have pulled up to where you were and y'all could have did the same thing in person with no cameras. Instead, LeBron chose to address him at a game with all these people out there. Like, I personally don't agree with that at all. Whatever you could have, you could have really talked crazy to him in person because there ain't nobody there. But you chose to do it on TV, you know? And like I said, once you get drafted, it doesn't matter who your dad is. It don't matter. A lot of these players, their dads were NBA players. And I don't hear their people complaining. Jalen Brunson, Jaren Jackson Jr., Kobe, when he, you know, like it's so many different people. What brand name is that play for the Rockets? Jabari Smith. Like I don't hear none of they, you know. So it's like, and then like I said, LeBron, you kind of put that on your child, you know, and he gotta understand that, bro. He do. But y'all comment down below what y'all think about this video. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. Always remember, never stop going, man.